Hello, guys, it's me again. I have something that I'm going to read to you, and it's protection. So, highly protected, highly favored over all the chosen ones, all the believers, all the innocent, and the children. Nor will there be any witchery, sorcery, any evil among me or in my presence. If anyone takes my powers without my true, utter permission, will curse and damn themselves to eternal damnation. Under the earth, in fires of burning bristles of smoke, utter torture, bent over, locked in chains, and strongest cuffs and chains, and receive their punishment, and endlessly for eternity. Any witches, warlocks, sorcerers, and whoremongers, immortals, unimmortals, humans, entities, angels, or beings, lie that cheat and steal anything from me without being pure and holy and saving a life that's not evil, pretend to be me or any of my holy ones, will also cast away themselves to eternal hell, chained of eternal darkness, chained and locked away. Any any blood-sucking fetus, if they suck blood fetus, if they suck the bloods of the fetus, embryos, or human, eating any of those kind of things, will be immediately lifted up, cast away to eternal damnation with fire and vessels of smoke, forever and utter torture. If made by force this way, then there is an exception, but the rest will suddenly turn into stone, shattered into several pieces, and catch of flames and burnt to nothing, and no more ever in all existence. No more body switching or stealing, using and abusing another entity, being, creature, or heavenly, or even evil beings' powers, or portraying to be someone that they are not, causing evil chaos or any bad thing fall to the bottomless pit, and will stay for torture and punishments. If to be removed only by the only one Creator, but not only after 222,000 years. If anyone uses any powers to control another being or entity, will suffer their eternal punishments and eternal damnation forever and be carried out right away. If anyone has sex on their own with anyone, anything, any being or entity with abominations, or participate willingly in sexual immoralities, pleasures, with blood, eating babies, children, practicing in rape, child molestations, and kidnapping, will suffer all the tortures set up in place and bounded for eternity. Most punishments and tortures are in hell, the abyss, the endless dark black pit. There you will suffer pain, torture, and punishments. Anyone using my powers for magic, sorcery, witchery will be damned below immediately for 4,444,000 years. Anyone forcing sexual or evil acts to act out another suffers eternal forever damnation with pain, tortures, and punishments bounded with their sufferings. Pretending to be falsely someone else to cause lust, sexual acts, and pain on others, unknown by force, will also be immediately removed, bounded and suffer all the tortures and punishments for forever in the bottomless pit or the abyss. Having sexual acts, anyone with animals, creatures, and mammals will suffer all of the abomination tortures as soon as touching, eating from disrespecting the only Creator from the heavens and earth will suffer their ultimate consequences and will have to suffer pains and tortures in both hell and the great abyss or Hades. Whomever blasphemes, curse, and tries to put spells on, sexually degrades the only Creator or any holy ones, or angels, and children will suffer the ultimate death with tortures in hell, in the abyss, bounded by head, hands, and feet. Anyone who keeps apologizing with no remorse and keeps repeating the same sins willingly will suffer pains and punishments and tortures in the abyss, bounded by hands, head, and feet for 8,000 years. And anyone trying or pulling someone from the hell and the abyss, holy hell of lake fires or sufferings or tortures, both or all, will suffer tenfold the pain and torture. The so-called rescuer will fall and join them with all their sufferings and tortures, and all will become powerless. upon being thrown into punishment, tortures in the abyss, hell, lake of fire, the black pit, or anywhere they are thrown, will immediately lose their tongues and all powers. No matter who they are, still will go powerless without escaping. Anyone who renders to change my words all around, reverse them, or use curse or spells against any of my curses, commands, or words, periodly, suffer all the above eternal damnation. So flee from me. All written is the spoken promise from the Holy Creator and the only Holy Creator. If you are not or no longer holy in my eyes, only can't you cast anyone or anything or any entity, creature, and being in hell, the abyss, lake of fire, or can't cast them anywhere or any place, must you cast your own self to stay, because you are not the Holy Creator. All of my holy ones and creatures that are all holy in my eyes can bring themselves up out of anywhere where an evil entity has put them by using powers of mine or any powers, because it's a command from me, from the Creator. If anyone brings harm on me or any holy ones, children, creatures, or any other living, suffers all the plagues and the ultimate torture in hell and Hades. Anyone can be thrown, made unholy in my eyes, and no longer has powers, or can steal any powers from me. They curse their own selves to eternal damnation, to suffer torture, pain, and punishment for all of eternity. If anyone gives powers or immortality to another, they curse themselves immediately to torture of eternal damnation, because they do not have the power to give powers of immortality to anyone. So they themselves immediately suffer to torture or eternal damnation in the hells of fire forever. Anyone that has high rank can also lose their place and power in my eyes. Anyone forcing sex acts will not miss the plagues of my book and commands. They will suffer all the plagues. Every spell and curse on my holy ones and creatures, angels and beings and children, are immediately broken as soon as spoken, and casted onto theirs and themselves 10 times fold, all the plagues, and sent to hell, Hades, or the abyss. Immediately broken, soon as spoken from evil, and casted onto theirs and themselves 10 times fold, all the plagues, and sent to hell. I unbind every curse, every spell, every words of utterance of evil's lips, and free my people of all harm. And I bind you away from us. I remove you away from us. And I undo every curse and every spell that you have spoken and uttered of evilness and wickedness. I bind every entity, every witch, every devil, and every sorcerer, as well as warlock, and any evil entity from my people, my places, entire properties where I reside, and from where minds reside, wherever they stand. Else they will all suffer the plagues upon plagues, hell upon Hades, torture upon torture, immediately. My words must be obeyed, and never tried. Followed with obedience of every word I utter. Choose one side and stay on it. There's light and dark, good and evil, no in between. Or keep switching sides. Be wise in making your decision, because you're forever choosing your destiny and final destination. When I speak healing over myself or anyone, or any living thing, and it happens, then so shall all of these words come to life and happen that are written and spoken in this here book. Anyone trying to force themselves into the great paradise and are not supposed to be there, but are forbidden from the kingdom and try to go in anyways, will suddenly be utterly struck with lightning and electricity and blaze with fire until they turn into ashes and land where they belong, in Hades, hell, or the great abyss. Also, anyone who also puts portals in or around my kingdom, or in anyone, or any of the holy ones, or any of my living creatures, or myself, those that disrespect or desecrate kings and queens, princes and princesses, and those that are even coming to be, but not one yet, or have not yet been crowned, will suffer the most ultimate punishments, with whipped and torn, bloody, cut up, open, salted with Himalayan salt, after being vinegarized with fire and boils, and then thrown into lake of fire with my living jaws of teeth creatures, then brought back out to go through hell, Hades, or the abyss. Only exception will under being forced to do so, or have been hypnotized. So that's the only exception that they have. If they were forced to do something, or they were hypnotized, or being forced to save a life. This goes for all beings and all entities. Those that forced any of those things, or any of these things, will suffer all of the above, bounded, commanded, and promised. And signet. Signet also means promised. It's the same word. Give back to me what was stolen from me, for your promises hold no value. For you've taken from me what was mine. Liars, you liars and whoremongers, those falsifiers, those that torment me day and night, those that literally cheat me, come before me no more. For if I am cheated, lied on, and stolen from my position and authority, the earth can begin its trembling and shaking. And we can go back to the beginning, where I once was, with all the family, my holy and true ones, who will live in eternity for forever and always. I will no longer be lied to or lied upon, for those who do and don't stop, they end up with a mouthful of sulfur. I will get back what was mine. No one can keep me from my universe and all of my creation, and take who I am, my DNA, my powers, and falsify me to be me, else all the curses and plagues will withstand you down to exist no more. No one will keep or charm my loved ones, or holy ones, or children, else havoc will wreak on them. Touch not my anointed ones, or those who are promised to me, else the abyss or Hades or hell that I've made will be right here waiting for you, and where you're at. Those who torture the children and babies will be tortured this way. All my powers and power balls and things of weapon of warfare that I've created will return unto me now and immediately. With a quick flash, nor will any other entity be able to take it from me. Again, I am the one, the only one, the one who won't continue to be blasphemed, nor my chosen or holy ones. My holy ones and family and children will go, become and change. They will become changed and remain changed, the same as they used to be, and go home free from all demonic entities. They shall rise up like warriors, with all the angels accompanying them, now change, nor there ever will be allowed any witches, warlocks, or anything, or anyone we choose not to be in or around the holy kingdom, paradise. No one shall force another, or threaten, or hypnotize, or put a spell on another to force sexual mortality, acts upon any child, or force them to do evil acts upon them, for they will suffer the ultimate punishments that are going to be to release my children, or any holy or chosen child, for forevermore. So the children, holy ones, and the chosen ones will forever be released. No evil shall become around me or my children, men, women, family, by force, by threats, with inhumane desires, nor touching, grabbing by force, or pulling things out of our bodies, or ripping us apart, or cutting us up at all. Grant thine wishes of my kingdom, death unto those who try to take hold or authority of what is mine. Strike all of any wicked thing, being, or entity, or any kind of wickedness to enter into the kingdom of heaven called paradise, or around or near, or have any access to any holy ones. Holy ones, children, or prophets, or pharaohs of God, chosen ones, men of God, it's forbidden, unlawful for them to ever enter any of their dwellings, or entertain, or be in kinship with them, or be unevenly yoked with them. By the law of God it is spoken. When he sees what is evil, will he not take notice? But an empty-headed man will understand. Will no one rebuke you for your mocking words? The eyes of the wicked will fail, and they will find no place to escape, and their only help will be death. For you undermine the fear of God, and you diminish any concerning of God. Selah.